Hi everybody, Dizzy Crafter here with another haul. This time I've been to the Sincerely Yours craft show up in Leigh. It's very local to me actually, so it's really nice that I can actually go to one of these craft fairs in distance of being able to get there without travelling too far. So I actually was quite reserved and did very well. I normally would go bananas at these shows, but this time I didn't. I was like, well, no, I'm gonna be sensible and only get the things you really want. So that's what I did. I'm gonna go through all this now and you can see what I actually got. So I'm just going to start this end. So went on to Jo Rice's store, which I think was Stampers Grove, who she was demonstrating for. As I really did want these sticker stencils and I wanted the Christmas ones, but unfortunately by the time I got to the stall they were sold out. So I got the sticker stencils 3, which has got the fishes, which I'm not sure I'll ever use, but you never know. A leaf, which I feel like you could make possibly into a tree depending on how you work it, and then we've got a stem of leaves and then a mushroom stroke tree. And this mushroom, if that's what it is, actually reminds me of a toy we used to have as a kid, and it was like the big tree house and you'd pop it and it'd come open. Like my sister had that and I had the big yellow teapot, so it does actually remind me of that for some reason, and I've not thought about those toys for such a long time, but there we go. And then the next set was, I'm guessing this was one of the original ones because it just says sticker stencils, no number on it, and we've got the bird, the heart, a leaf and another bird. And then on that stall I also got this woodware acrylic block, and the reason is because when I'm using the pound stamps from La Vignette, like my smallest block is about this big, so I thought this would be perfect for those little pound stamps. And then I got a small Posca pen in white, so this is a 0.7mm. I'm not sure if this is the smallest they do, but this is the smallest I could find. And then I bought, I'm sure I got these off on that stall as well, these stickles, glitters. I'm not too sure if there's names on them. No, there's just numbers on them, so you can see like there's a turquoisey colour and then a gold colour, and like there's all kinds, there's like stars and stuff in these, and these were selling these off for £2. I don't know how much they would have been originally, but I thought £2 for a big tub of glitter glue I made up with that. So, well, glitter gel they've called it, but to me it's glitter glue. And then we found this little tiny store that was selling lots of like jewellery things and charms and stuff like that, little angel charms. And I seen these little tiny glass vials, and these was like £1 and you get 10 in a packet. And not going to be that easy to show you this. Let's just give it an open. So how tiny and cute are those? I just thought I could make some nice little match boxes and put some fairy dust in, or even do like a Christmas reindeer dust or something like that in them, like just a bit of fun. And I did buy 3 packs of them because I thought, well, maybe in the future I could do a class using these, and I wanted to make sure I had enough, at least 1 bottle per person in the class, and plus some for like demonstrations so you could see what I was making. And then we was on this other stall, and I've been after a repositionable tape pen for some time now and never been really able to find one. So the lady was looking, she was asking me what the difference was, and it kind of remembered that that's what I wanted, so thank you for that, lovely lady. I just got those and a refill. I'm hoping it's good. I mean, it's stick it, so I couldn't imagine it not being a good brand anyway. And then I got this lovely stamp. It's a huge stamp from the same store. This is from BOAGHT. I'm not too sure if there's a name on this. It just says A5 clear background haberdashery stamp. So, and you can see like you've got lots of tape measures and buttons and pins and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to have a little go at that one. Then I went on to another store which I can't think what it was called. But I got lots of wow powders. I've really fallen in love with the wow powders at the moment. And luckily I was hoping that I wouldn't double up on any of the colours I had, and I've checked and I didn't, so I'm really pleased about that. So the first one we've got here is Grape Crush, and I'm going to open it and hopefully there's no ticket on, and there isn't, and it's just so nice. Just love them. And I think I did say in the last video I did do the wow powders, I'd do a swatch video, and I promise I will do a swatch video. I will do it fairly soon as well. And then we've got Montserrat, I think. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but that's basically what it says. I know I'm probably saying it wrong, hence showing you how it's spelled. And there you go, it's like greens and whites and bits of glitter. It kind of reminded me like what if you did a scene with like a snowy grass. That's in my head how it's coming across to me. Whether it is going to work out that way, I don't know. And then we've got a Festive Fur, and it's just a matte green, but lots of different greens. You got lighter greens and darker greens in there. Then we've got Something Borrowed, which as soon as I seen the name I thought, well, I'm going to have that, aren't I? And plus, with it being blue, my favourite colour. I don't actually know which is my favourite, blue or green, but I love them both the same. But they're the colours I always seem to go to. And you'll see that within my craft things when I buy them. I mean, I do buy other colours, but it's unusually. I would always go for the green and blues first. And then we've got Aquamarine. And that's just a glittery goodness, that for me. Love that one. Then we've got Blue Diamond. And I don't know why, this is giving me like full-on New Year's Eve vibes. So it really, really is. I love it. And then we've got Aventurine. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. And if this doesn't say Christmas, I don't know what would, because just the greens and the golds, such rich colours. Absolutely beautiful. And the last one we've got is called Dress Blues. And how pretty is that? That's got lots of like blues and greens in there. Lovely. So that was the last one of that. I was so made up to see that Pretty Gets Gritty was going to the show, so I knew that's where I would spend the majority of my money, and that's exactly where I spent majority of my money. Trouble is now I went through the stall, and after I've got these, there's literally nothing left for me to buy, which is like pretty shocking really. I mean, I'm sure there is a few bits, but stamp and die wise, stencils, I don't think there is, other than the oriental stamps, and that's only because I'm not really a person who does oriental stuff. I do like the cards, I'm just not somebody who does make them ever, so I don't see the point to be buying them. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on as per usual, so I'm going to go through all the stamps and stencils that we got, and they had some amazing deals on. So these stamps was 3 for a tenner, I think it was, and there was loads to pick and choose from. So I'm going to go with the front so you can see the actual picture, and this one is called Hashed Up, and that's like the size of the actual stamp there. Now, I'm never going to be able to hear it. I think it's a Cashmere quill. I have no idea. I'm probably saying that wrong. And we got lots of nice flourishes and stuff. This was just a stamp that I had all the other stamps in this. I wanted the 2 that I got, and then I was like, well, what am I going to get for that 3rd stamp? So I ended up choosing this one. And I actually quite like it. It wasn't something I would have normally gone for, but I do like it, so I'm happy that I've got that one. And then we've got Word Up, and this is it. I've been after this for a while, but I never seem to have purchased it, and I really don't know why, but now I've got it, and I got it at a steal price. So then we've got Raj's crown, and you can see it's a nice big elephant with lots of little tiny flowers and accessories and stuff like that, and wear that crown every day, it says. So, and then we've got Unity of Flight. This is the picture. So you've got lots going on here with the wings and the numbers and stuff. And you've got extra numbers and the Union Jack and stuff like that. So we've got that one. And then we actually have another winged one, which is Use Your Wings. Again, we've got lots of textures and stuff going on there. And they're size, and like they're really good size stamps as well. And Lynette stamps always stamp beautifully. So you could not grumble at that. I'm sure they was free for £10. I'm pretty certain on that, which is just crazy because I think they're about £8 to £10 each anyway. Then we've got some stencils, and I think again these was free for £10. Oh, we've got the Pretty Dashed. Now there is one more stencil I do need, but I didn't want to have, I already had all the other stencils, so I wasn't going to just buy the one stencil on its own. So I'll wait for him to bring some more and then I'll get it. And it was very close to this one anyway, so I don't think I'd have needed both anyway. So yes, we've got the Pretty Dashed stencil. And then we've got the Pretty Masked, which I think is fab. I love circles though, to be fair. And then we got the Snowfall, which I can't understand why I wouldn't have bought this when I went to Doncaster, but I didn't, so I'm glad I've got it now. And then we've got these stamps, and again I think these was free for £20, so like the massive like stamp sets. And this is the Postal Pavilion, and it's absolutely beautiful. I'll show you the actual stamps there. So you've got lots of butterflies with text and numbers and stuff like that. And then you got As Time Goes By, which is lots of like film strips, clocks, numbers, script. So you've got lots of stamps, and there's some inspiration of how they look there. And then the last stamp set was this Pretty Gets Gritty Shot Through the Art stamp set. So really like this because of the arrows. I think that's what caught my eye. And then we've got some lovely words here saying wisdom, belief, faith, courage, strength, powerful, hope and beauty. And then we've got lots of like nice ends you can put on the ends of your like arrows and stuff like that. So I'm really like happy to, can't wait to try those out. And I'm guessing these was one of the originals, or an older version anyway, because the packagings have changed so much since then. So, and then they had the dies. Now they had the DL dies at £5, which I thought was just crazy prices. And they're not something I would normally have used, but at that price I've got, right, I'm going to try it, and then I'm going to watch some of the videos that Lynette does on Facebook and YouTube to see how she's used them, because if I didn't get them at that price and then saw how she'd used them, then I'd be rather upset with myself. So we've got the Count Your Blossoms, and there's no picture on the back here, so I can't really show you what it looks like. And then we've got Bloom Bell, so like obviously it must be like a bluebell in there, and a Grow Something New. I have no idea what that's going to say. I'll have to cut it out. But yeah, so that was that one. And then Build Me Up Buttercup. So these got lots of words in here as well, and some extra leaves here to build that up as well. So yeah, £5 for them guys. And then there was had an offer on the bigger die sets as well, which these are normally £25, and she was selling them off for £15. Well, not selling them off, but having a show deal at £15. So I got the Pretty Fretwork, which I've never actually seen before. I don't know if it's new or what, but I've never seen it before, so I had to get this one. And then I got the Pretty Gothic Window, which has been on my list for some time now, so I'm glad I finally got it. And then the last things I got was, she had a basket with full of lots of different things in there, and it was free, any three for a £5. So I got the Pretty Pearl spray in Dove, and I got the Pretty Pearl spray in Frozen Toffee, and then I got the Pretty Patina cream in Black Pearl. I have actually got this, but I was thinking I could gift this to somebody because there was only these 2 items in that basket that I could find for that that I didn't have. So and if not, I mean, because I don't think you'd ever use a whole tub of this. I don't know if it's sealed. No, it's not, but it would take me forever to actually go through a tub of this. Well, that's everything I purchased from the show. As you can see, I got quite a bit of few things, but I didn't go overly crazy in my, how Jane normally goes crazy, because I didn't. I kept it quiet to a minimum, to be fair, for me. So I'm quite pleased with myself. But I wanted to share something with you that Lynette from Pretty Gets Gritty gave me. I'm going to have to like put it on a weird angle so that you can see the whole thing, because it's not going to fit that way. And basically I was telling her, like, I said, oh, that's really catching my eye, that, and I'm not a pink person. And she said, oh, you can have it, take it. And I was like, I can't take that, like, that's yours. And she's like, nope. And she insisted that I brought it home, which I felt a bit rude, like I wasn't hinting that I wanted it. I was just, as you all know, I'm not a pink person, but this definitely kept catching my eye for some reason. So maybe I'll have to start doing some pinky projects, really. So yeah, I even got her to sign it as well. So I'm really made up. So that's 2 shows I've been to, and I've got items made from the staff of Pretty Gets Gritty. So I'm really pleased about that. Let's see if I have to make a 3rd one next time I'm at a show where she goes. So anyway, I'm just wondering, do anybody else go to the LEIGH show? If you did, what did you purchase? I'd love to know, as I love to see what people buy and stuff like that. Hence, that's why I do these videos, because I think if I like watching them, other people would like watching them. So but that's literally all I've got to show you, really. So I would really love it if you would comment and subscribe, and I would be made up if you give me a thumbs up in my video. And hopefully I shall catch you in the next one, and I shall see you soon. Bye.